Took a slice out of the big apple, made apple pies, family size. Leather bombers and Nike Sakai's. Dangerous corners, you better pray that tomorrow arrives. Rap, Sugar Ray Robinson, nothing sweet. Y'all too out of shape to even box with me. Heavyweight, I know my way around the ring. Just like Shorty know her way around the storm. Making hits with Hit Boy, all he gotta do is hit record. Record-breaking news, had to show up just to fill a void. Confused boy, little boys, y'all better keep your poise. Leave me out of the weasel. Be cool when you see me, I'm hot at all that rap deep. The hood know you, so we don't borrow, believe in it. Locked in on the instrumental, I took back the key to this. Run me the keys, run me the bees, run me that flow back. Your top 3, I'm not number 1, how could you post that? I would've crowned the city is mine, you cannot hold that. I'm not the one to go back. Meet Joe Black. Run me the keys, run me the bees, run me that flow back. What I'm saying, your top 3, I'm not number 1, how could you post that? I would've crowned the city is mine, you cannot hold that. I'm not the one to go back. Meet Joe Black. What I'm saying, people saying what's already been said. Predictions, I don't listen, it's already in my head, no funny. Your most hungry place, I was past that at 28. Underground tapes, as my ass cap in publishing states. As we slide in the G-Ride, I've been getting criticized, it's keeping me energized. Create with a business mind, I'm from where killers reside. A wild hood, only knew goons since my childhood. Say anything in they raps cause it sound good. Don't even mean what they say, horrible outlook. Y'all ain't really about this house. Y'all was in the house with it. We don't respect fake jewelry and silly outfits. Window down, blowing out great hits. New York's Jay Prince on Houston Street. I caught the bounce before my even bounced the beat. I took the hard way in it, man, it's the route for me. Run me the keys, run me the bees, run me that flow back. Your top 3, I'm not number 1, how could you post that? I would've crowned the city is mine, you cannot hold that. I'm not the one to go back. Meet Joe Black. Run me the keys, run me the bees, run me that flow back. Your top 3, I'm not number 1.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL has us in a very rainy Kansas City, Missouri at venerable Arrowhead Stadium. Straight ahead, it's a matchup of unbeatens between the Las Vegas Raiders and the Kansas City Chiefs. Certainly the game of the weekend, maybe the game of the year, the battle of the unbeatens as we get underway. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. On the ground, it's Jacobs to start the drive. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. To throw, it's Carr. Into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Trent McDuffie with a pick. So far this season, this defense has had their issues against the pass, so that's a great sign for them to get the early pick.
Yeah, a confidence builder for them and an absolute shock for the quarterback because he went into it. He saw the numbers we saw. He watched them on tape. I think he came into this one thinking this is going to be a big day, and it very well could be. But early in this one, advantage defense.
They'll run here with Raheem Mostert. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Well, this defense for the Raiders, they were terrific last week in the win over Denver.
And one of the key things you always look for when you're evaluating a defense is how opportunistic are they? How many takeaways do they get per game? And how about last week's game? That number? 6. Absolutely phenomenal performance. They were on top of their game right from the first snap.
Mahomes going to throw. And this one caught by Travis Kelce. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. From the gun, a run with Mostert. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Raheem Mostert, his 3rd rushing touchdown of the year. And the Chiefs use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one. The point after through the raindrops certainly good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And the interception on that opening drive winds up leading to the touchdown, so now it's kind of time to start over.
Yeah, it certainly is, and his first throw of the game. But I like the way his guys rallied around him. Oftentimes, the quarterback is the leader, right? He tells everyone what to do. In this case, I noticed his linemen around him kind of patting him, saying, let's...
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. And they'll set up shop in enemy territory at the 45-yard line.
For a team who came in here on a healthy winning streak, we're seeing some uncharacteristically bad play thus far. And that streak is definitely in jeopardy if this offense keeps giving the ball away and can't mount a few drives of their own.
So after the INT, here's Mahomes. And that's a loss of 7 on the first down play.
A loss of 7 brings up 2nd and 17 at the 47-yard line.
So now they operate back from their side of the field here, 2nd and long. Snap coming at 1, and it's Mahomes.
A pass complete downfield. It's Valdez-Scantling.
And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. A gain of 28 yards there and give them a first down.
Well, as a coach, you absolutely love seeing your offense find their rhythm early, and that's exactly what we've seen so far. They had a touchdown on their opening drive, and now they connect to it for another nice gain for a first down. This offense is moving the ball well, exactly as he drew it up in practice.
Play action. Now it's Mahomes. And it's intercepted at the goal line.
Picked off by Trayvon Merrick.
And the Raiders are going to have the football here at their own 18-yard line. Well, your first drive of the first quarter, you get it down there, try to fire it in the end zone, and big-time deflation on that play.
No doubt about it. They're moving and grooving and getting into position, and this is not the ending that they saw on this drive, is it? They had things going their way.
And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones and a first down. To throw his car. He's going to find and complete it to Renfro. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last two plays. And now some motion before the snap. And this will be our first penalty of the night's proceedings. The false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. receiver, and he's brought down. Now this one from about 2 counties over after the sack. They come up on a second and very long. Another try after the first down sack. Carr, he'll look downfield for Waller. And here's another interception, the third of this first quarter. Picked up by Justin Reed. And the Chiefs are going to have the football at their own 1-yard line. Now, I'm not sure that the wheels, Charles, are coming completely off, but they're shaking a little bit. That's 3 interceptions, and now interceptions here on back-to-back drives.
And I think about what a Hall of Fame coach told me, that he always told his teams, when a mistake happens, just move on to the next play. Let it go. Hard to do when you've thrown this many interceptions. That's exactly the attitude that has to be adopted.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And that nearly a turnover, but it's incomplete. Oh, fortunate to retain possession there, and it's second down. Pretty fortunate there. The interception that ended the last drive, and then boom, the first pass here almost picked on this drive.
Yeah, I think you could definitely call him to question his decision-making here in the first half.
Certainly not the best of decisions there. Lucky that one wasn't picked. In his own end zone, it's Mahomes.
He'll get this into the hands of Mostert.
And he's able to get this across the 10 before being taken down. Trying to escape the shadow of their goalpost. That helped. 10 yards. First down. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Second quarter from KC. It's the Chiefs in possession of the football,
as they've got it with a 1st and 10. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter.
Keep it up. Good ball, baby. It's all about teamwork.
On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. His throw incomplete.
The Chiefs are the perfect 4-0 to start the campaign. They've been playing their best football of the year, winners of 4 in a row.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Looking to throw is Mahomes. This one complete to Mecole Hardman. And he'll be corralled well on field right around the 40-yard line. That one covers 29 yards. First down. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. He can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone.
And now off to the races down the right side. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Butker now to add the extra point. And it's good to make it 14-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away.
Here comes Darius Phillips out of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started.
And they come into this one riding that nice long win streak. And remember, next weekend is an open week for them. So if they can get the win here, a lot of momentum into that time off.
It certainly is. And if you're wondering if anybody's saying, boy, this is coming at a bad time, we want to keep playing, the answer can be yes. Because when teams are on a hot streak, they want to keep going. But what the veterans are telling the young guys in the locker room, an open week is always good, guys. Take it and let's go with it.
Throwing on second and long. Carr. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete.
I know conventional wisdom says, hey, don't get it all back in one play. But sometimes you go ahead and try to. They tried to get it all back on that one. Weren't able to do so.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. He gets this to Davante Adams. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Snap comes at 1, and it's Carr. Looking deep for Adams. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, CD, when you mentioned earlier about spreading the ball around in this game, I don't think you mentioned the guys in the other uniform. With 4 interceptions here in the first half, and several different guys have picked him off.
Yeah, and instead of analyzing what's going wrong with him throwing the football, while we look at the defense, they came in prepared. Had an excellent game plan, well scouted, and they're taking it away at almost every turn.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Mahomes now to throw. And they work this out past the 25. 22 yards there, a 1st down. Now here's Mahomes. Catch is made by Hardman. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. Last play they went over 20 yards. This time they topped 30. Mahomes now on 1st down. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Mahomes to throw once more. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And he's got Hardman in the end zone. Touchdown, Kansas City. A great play there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Chiefs have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns. Extra point by Baker is on target. And it makes the score 21-0. Touchdown. Here's Butker on to kick it away. And that one bounces out of the back of the end zone, so we'll start the drive at the 25 on the touchback. The Raider offense set to get this drive started.
Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse if this is an important possession. But I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. And if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
And he will not get away from the pressure here. Carr taken down. So now Carr and the Raiders dealt a 3rd and long after that sack. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And he'll look downfield for Waller. And now here's another interception. Picked up by Justin Reed. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line.
Well, they get him yet again, Charles. 5 interceptions in this game. You rarely see this, maybe a couple of times in a season, but this defense, they've been fantastic.
It's certainly an example of watching a defense that is in the zone, right? We use that term so often, but most of the time, it's for people who are on offense. In this case, it's the defense as a whole, all locked in with each other, all ready to go.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Here's Mahomes to throw.
That pass complete to Moore. And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line.
Well, they were handed great starting field position on this drive, but now they face a 3rd and 4. To throw, it's Mahomes. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
Well, competition comes up in so many different ways. And right now, this unit, their competition is who's going to get to the quarterback the most times. How about 5 sacks last week? We just saw their first one of this game.
Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. From the right hash, this from 48. Butker's kick here is good. And that will do it for this first half. So we are at halftime here on a Monday night as we'll head down to Orlando. That's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn, getting set for quarter number 3 here. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Mahomes now on first down. He's got a man complete. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. And we didn't even even get a chance to settle in for that drive. A quick strike of 75 yards, and they find the end zone.
Don't you get the sense that film study was behind this one, that they saw something that they thought they could take advantage of? The key is calling it in the right situation, knowing when it exists to go to it. They did exactly that. They've got to feel really good about what they did in advance of this game.
Just looking down at the sideline now, their defense is like, man, can you have strung that out just a few plays? Give us a break. Back out there.
Hey, man, get that water break and get on out there and play.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started.
The CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history. That's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
Well, partner, you know, as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a ball game. And let's face it, we saw a certain Super Bowl, a 25-point lead late that wasn't enough to put someone away. But that being said,
and my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Juan Thornhill. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
Well, I mean, you get it. They're trying to make something happen here in this third quarter, CD, but I don't think a pick six is exactly what they had in mind.
No, not at all, because this offense, they've been stuck all game long. Haven't done it to score yet, and they're kind of forced to take a few chances here, and that one, it backfired in a big way.
Taken at the goal line.
And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. The Raider offense set to get this drive started.
Well, we're still in the third quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable now. A win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
Back to the air on second down. It's Carr. He hits Adams complete. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. 22 yards there, a first down.
That last throw, Charles, is going to move him past 32,942 yards passing for his career, and that surpasses the total of the Hall of Famer and a colleague of both of ours, Troy Aikman.
Yeah, he played from 1989 to 2000, and Troy Aikman, he was about winning. Because remember, he had Michael Irvin to throw it to. He had Emmitt Smith to hand it to. Just imagine if he was throwing it the way they throw it around nowadays. His numbers, boy, would they be sky high.
Nothing in that first half, nothing on the last drive, but they're moving now with a 1st and 10.
734, 93.
Now Carr again. And it's complete to Adams. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Carr going to throw. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
But we saw that they have a lot of success last week throwing the football, but that hasn't translated to this week. But with his team behind, I don't expect him to back off. I expect him to keep firing.
29, 26, 18. 734. You're mine.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Carr, blitz coming, and down he goes. So after the sack, Carr in Las Vegas with a 3rd and long. He'll drop to throw. He's going to let this go for the end zone. And it'll be intercepted.
Trent McDuffie with a pick. And the Chiefs are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20.
Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad run.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Mahomes going to throw.
A pass complete downfield. It's Valdez-Scantling.
And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 41. Now Mahomes. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another 1st down.
Seriously? Is that even a play?
Easy. Yellow.
To throw again on 2nd down. Mahomes completes it to Hardman. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. The catch and run there, good for 16 in the 1st. And again, it's Mahomes. Locates Hardman for another catch. And he is out of bounds. Looks like right at the 15. Right back to him for 10 more and a 1st.
This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've gotten their receivers open so far, it's really been impressive. Scheme, design, execution.
Operating from the red zone now, Mahomes. And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete.
That's a really nice job there by the coverage, understanding that they're in a high-stakes situation. If he doesn't make a play on that ball, there's an excellent chance it ends up either as a touchdown or as a nice gain downfield.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Mahomes. Quick slant. Caught by Moore.
And the Chiefs are looking at 1st and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line. Well, up big, but still not hesitating to take some shots downfield, CD. I guess they really want to hammer home their dominance in this one.
Yeah, that much is apparent, partner. If they keep completing throws like that, they'll keep that gap awfully wide as they've established already.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another. We're back now in KC. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. On 2nd and goal, Mahomes. He finds Moore in the end zone. Touchdown, Kansas City. A great effort there. there to make the grab. And the Chiefs are well on their way to a 5-0 start as they extend their lead. Extra point by Butker is on target. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And their 4-game win streak very much in jeopardy as they go to work here late with a 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Toward the sideline, he will have the first down. Good catch. He was able to keep the feet in bounds. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first.
Now, this is certainly one of the bigger losses that we are going to see for quite some time. And you have to think at this point where we're at in the fourth quarter with how wide this advantage is. For this offense, they're just trying to end things with a positive drive and then get the heck out of here.
Yeah, if this had been a concert, you would have heard plenty of sour notes in this one. But they certainly don't want to end it on one. They want to put together a few more throws like that and at least have a final drive to give them a little bit more hope as they move forward.
A really good pickup of 28 yards.
Well, a touchdown here on this drive, it wouldn't really put much of a dent in the score, the deficit right now, but as you mentioned in the past, CD, their coach is probably just hoping to see something executed correctly on this drive before we close out the ball game.
Yeah, and I think that every guy who's on the field has to feel exactly the same way, because if not, they might be looking for replacements. Treat every drive as if it's your last and make it a successful one in some small way.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. He's going to let it go again.
And this one incomplete. Oh, he couldn't hang on to it in the end zone, and that's one that'll launch it. And now he brings up 3rd down.
Carr to throw again.
And he'll look downfield for Waller.
And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. Now Carr, gotta have this one.
On the out route, this is Adams with a catch. And he is going to have a Raiders first down as they find a way to convert on 4th and 10.
Now Carr. And that's going to be too high. Out of bounds and incomplete.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
And now the ball's out. Carr lost it. Fumble. And it's picked up by the Chiefs. And he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line.
As they say, this game hasn't exactly been one for the books. I mean, we're into the 4th quarter here. And now this happens, another turnover. Not one that they're going to hold up and say, yeah, this has been a banner day.
Absolutely. Still sitting on 0. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. Now after the fumble recovery, it's Mahomes. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Jonathan Abram picks it. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Raider defense delivers a score. Extra point by Carlson, up and good, as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line.
And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at the 20. After the pick six, they go right back to the air. Open man, it's the tight end, Kelsey. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. They go play fake. Mahomes. And down he goes. Brought down a Raider sack. So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. Looking to throw is Mahomes. Finding more on the out route for the completion. Finding room at midfield. Yeah, he will go out right near the 35-yard line. The big gainer there on the catch and run, 37 yards. That's evidence of why you spend a high draft pick on a receiver, isn't it, Charles?
It certainly is. His ability to make plays like that, and we've seen flashes of it from him so far in his rookie season. But also, it opens things up for the rest of the offense because they have to bring their attention to him as well.
Play action. Now it's Mahomes. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. Chandler Jones, one of the best athletes to ever come out of Rochester, New York, in for the sack. After the sack on 1st down, Mahomes, he's going to drop this underneath to Mostert. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. Interesting, Mahomes wants to throw it, escaping the pressure right. And give him another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues. Butker on for the PAT. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And just looking ahead, it would appear that that bye week is coming at the right time. They'll have 2 weeks to chew on this one. They'll probably not one that they want to chew on. A poor performance from start to finish. They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
Carr going to give it to Jacobs. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
Protection plays an offense for the and he'd be able to hit people with the run in the past. But in this game, how about what we were seeing from the safeties? They are all over the field. Doesn't matter if they threw it or if they're trying to run it.
I don't think we've ever awarded an MVU, most valuable unit, but you're right. It might go to them in this game.
I like that. MVU. Well done.
Just a little too lackadaisical, Charles, and they didn't get up and snap the ball in time. Delay of game.
Yeah, and I'm not sure if he understood where the clock was located. In different stadiums, it's in different places. You have to check that in pregame.
And he will not get away from the pressure here. Carr taken down. The Mississippi State man, Chris Jones, with a sack there. They'll go for it. It's Carr. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and an utter disaster as the ball's going to go over on downs at the 2-yard line. Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal. Mahomes going to throw it here. And this will be caught. And the carnage continues. It's another touchdown. Butker now to add the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. Touchdown. Here's Butker on to kick it away. Phillips now from the end zone. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
The Raiders take over 1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started.
Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this was pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they got to sit in that building and watch